Imagine being a 6-year-old child, stripped of your family, and sent to a militaristic space station to play war games because the fate of humanity rests entirely on your shoulders. Welcome to Ender's Game, the groundbreaking Hugo and Nebula Award-winning masterpiece by Orson Scott Card. If you love mind-bending sci-fi that explores the darkest corners of military strategy, the psychology of child prodigies, and moral dilemmas that will keep you awake at night, this audiobook is an absolute must-listen. It is a monumental achievement in the genre, blending high-stakes tactical combat with a deeply emotional, tragic narrative that redefined science fiction forever. The narrative centers on Ender Wiggin, a third child born in violation of strict population laws. He is allowed to exist only because the international fleet believes he might be the perfect weapon, a delicate, agonizing balance between the ruthless cruelty of his brother Peter and the deep, paralyzing empathy of his sister Valentine. Recruited to the orbital battle school, Ender is subjected to extreme isolation, relentless psychological manipulation, and brutal competition from his peers. The atmosphere is incredibly claustrophobic and tense. Card excels at capturing the terrifying reality of being a child in an adult's war, where the teachers are your jailers and the other students are your enemies. At the core of the book's legendary status is the iconic battle room, a massive zero-gravity sphere where squads of children fight simulated laser tag wars. This is where Ender's tactical genius truly shines. Watching him analyze the physics of zero-G, exploit the blind spots of his commanders, and invent entirely new strategies to defeat older, larger armies is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the dizzying, fast-paced combat to life, making the disorienting spin of the room and the sharp, calculating commands of the squad leaders feel incredibly visceral. But the true brilliance is how the adults, particularly the calculating Colonel Graff, constantly rig the games against Ender to push him to his absolute breaking point. Beyond the spectacular tactical warfare, the soul of Ender's Game lies in its profound psychological depth and moral complexity. The book asks terrifying questions. What does it cost to create the perfect savior? Is preemptive genocide ever justified? How much empathy can a soldier possess without being destroyed by it? The interludes featuring Ender's siblings, Peter and Valentine, as they manipulate Earth's global politics through anonymous digital personas, add a chilling layer of geopolitical intrigue. The audiobook format perfectly captures Ender's growing exhaustion, his desperate longing for his sister, and the chilling, clinical detachment of the adults who view him as nothing more than a tool. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. Ender is pushed to the absolute limit in his final exam, commanding the human fleet in a massive simulated invasion against the alien Formic bugger homeworld. The tactical sequences are a masterpiece of escalating tension, but it is the finale that cements Ender's Game as a timeless classic. The mind-bending, emotionally devastating twist completely recontextualizes the entire novel, delivering a massive, crushing emotional payoff that will leave you staring at the wall in stunned silence. It is one of the most famous and impactful twists in literary history, and experiencing it through audio makes the tragic hit 10 times harder. Ender's Game is a triumph of speculative fiction. It is smart, heartbreaking, and unapologetically profound. Orson Scott Card has created a universe that forces us to confront the terrible cost of survival. Plug in your headphones, strap into the shuttle, and head to battle school. The enemy is waiting, but the real battle is for Ender's